Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone can hear me. Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone can hear me. And who have we got in tonight? We have Hot Dog Andy. Good evening. Martin O'Keefe. Good evening. Flyman of Chairman 1. How you doing? Clive from Newland Railway. Jerry BVR. Anthony Dodge, Model Train Outsider. And happy birthday to Joyce. Peter Jackson, Tudor Heath. Tom Houston, Model Rail. President XD Locomotive Shed. And Seamus 3D Lasercraft. John O'Donoghue. Yes, good evening to you all. And anyone who's sitting there in the shadows watching, welcome to tonight's stream. You can see I have my birthday present. We'll get that open shortly and have a look at it. It's the non-signed one, so I have a chip to fit into it. Hopefully I'll get the proper chip for it, but at the moment I've got a Rails chip, 21-pin chip to put in there just so we can get it going tonight. Hi, Alan. How you doing? Yes, it's my birthday today. This is my birthday present, so I've been left alone for an hour up here to enjoy it. My lovely daughter Nicola took me out for a meal this evening, so I had something to eat and a pint of the black stuff. So how is everyone? What's everyone been up to? Yeah, Clive, 21 again. Yeah, exactly. Be 29 now for the 20th time. Oh, it is warm up here tonight. It is showing 21 degrees, but it feels a lot warmer than that. That might be the black stuff that's doing the internal heating. Hi, Kieran, how you doing? So thank you for all the birthday greetings, guys. So let's get this open. I've had this arrived about 3-4 weeks ago, and it's been sitting in the house and I haven't been allowed to touch it. They were threatening to keep it a bit longer and hold it over for Father's Day, but let's get it open. So it's the usual lovely Akira scale packaging, very secure. Let's see how easy it is to get open. No, it's not the signed version because I left it too late to put my order in. I didn't get the signed version. I was at the time, I wasn't too bothered because I ordered this way back on my old layout where if you had signed, it just echoed around. It didn't sound so good. Now in this area, I think the sound would be quite good because it's such a big space. The sound logos actually sound a lot better. There's a bit of strobing on the screen. If we just put up with that for a minute because I got the LED lights above us. I don't normally have the camera in this position. So we'll have a look at the, of course, I've already seen the unboxing that other people have done. So I've seen all this already. So we got the leaflet that comes with it, the instructions, and a bit of the history. I do like that effect on the back, but it's just nice. It's just all these little touches that Akira scale do. So that's the one I've got there. Please read these instructions for operating your model for the first time. So So it's just the usual, check it over. There's a nice exploded diagram there. All the bits and pieces. You must read the instructions on the reverse of this card before operating your model. So we got this little thing. All right, so this is the little switches on the bottom, so I must set them before I operate it. And here it is. Nice IQ packaging. So we got all the accessory details there. Plows, pipes and everything. I don't know about you, but I never add these bits. So I like to run my trains because I find, you know, if you don't put it on properly, a little bit pops off and then next thing it causes a derailment. And there she is. So excuse me while I dribble and have a good look at this. Let's see if I got this in shot. So it's number 37419, Carl Haviland. Yes, it is a lovely, all the detail in the bogies, the little chains, all the pipe work, all fine detail. Oh, something just dropped off. Oh. Oh, one of the steps. That's nothing. A little bit of glue that can go back on. That's nothing major. I'll put that over there so I don't lose it. It looks like I'm missing two of them, so there must be another one in the package somewhere. But it's got lovely bogey detail, sprung buffers, which I don't know why people go mad over that, but hey, it's got sprung. Yeah, broke it already. So there it is. So I've got a bit of track here with DC power supply. I'll put my rolling road on it, which is the DCC Concepts rolling road. If you haven't used these before, these are great. I picked these up at Worley a couple of years ago. They're great for working on locos, running them in. Yeah, I think they learnt about the change from their 55s, from the Deltics. So I think they tidied that up because they were having a few issues on it. You know, and that seems to be the way with Akira Scale. If they come across a problem, they do something about it and they fix it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the camera down. So bear with me a minute, guys. So let's see how that looks there. Where are the switches that are on these instructions? Located under the class 37 decoder blanking plate on the main PCB. Right. So taking the top off, it's just held on with magnets. And there you can see in there the little switches that I have to make sure it's correct in the site way for. So first of all, I'm going to do DC, which will be with the DCC blanking plate fitted. Let's make sure they're switched over properly. Hang on. Yeah, I just hear one of my kids coming in. Now there are switches on the blanking plate and switches underneath the blanking plate. Yeah, it doesn't make it very easy to access. Hi, Dave. Hi to anyone else who's popped in, who haven't sent. So do I have to set them on the blanking plate as well as underneath? Well, hopefully it won't do any damage, because I believe these switches are here just to get the lights working in the right order. So I need to get myself a little pin just so I can flick the switches. So bear with me a minute, guys. I'll put it just resting there for a minute so you can admire it while I find a little pin. Oh, got myself a little track pin. So I've got to have 1, 2, 3, 4 on and 5, 6 off. On. And 5, 6 off. Right, I'm going to set the ones on the blanking plate the same way. I don't know whether that's right or wrong. Right, make sure that's set properly. Right, let me pull that back a little bit so you can see a bit better. And we'll apply a little bit of power and see what happens. Hang on a minute. Did I switch the power on the socket? See, you can tell I haven't opened this before because it's not working. No, there we go. Just need a little bit more juice. Well, it's not quite on there. That won't help things. So you can, I don't know if you can see that on there, but both, I hope there's no bang or smoke. Right, so we'll leave that running for a little while. Both bogies are powered, so the outer wheels on each bogie are powered and moving. So it's got pickup through all the wheels. I don't think the camera's picking up that it's moving, but it is moving. So that's good. There's no smoke. There's no lights on. But I'm not worried about that at the moment. We'll let it run in this direction for about 15 minutes. It is fairly quiet. If I take my mic off, just hold it over it. Yeah, it is running. So what time is it now? I'll leave that running to 8 o'clock, then I'll reverse it, leave it running to about 8:15, and then I'll put the chip in it, and then we can run it around on the layout. Yeah, they almost do look like real springs, but they're molded and painted. There's real chains on it. So the detail bag, snow plows, pipes, fittings. It's even got like the little chain link coupler on it. So it gives you a general care, lubrication, how to fit the detail. I don't know if you can see all that. Hi Ben, how you doing? Just like you guys as well, I'm going to be taking a 2-week break. So I won't be back until after this one. The next live I do will be the 15th of June. So just give me a little break just to do a few things, and because I think I've been doing this every night for about 2 years. I've had one night I missed where I think Brian covered. Other than that, I don't think I've stopped. Hi Leslie, how you doing? Ewan Greiler, how you doing? No, there's no wobble on it. It's perfectly balanced and running really well. So while that's running, I'll put on the other cameras and see if we can get a few other trains running. Some of them wouldn't run earlier on. Nope, that's refusing to run. So let's put the other cameras on, and then I can concentrate on getting the trains running. I've just got my DMUs on this evening. This track cleared, ready for the. Oh, I've got some feedback coming through, so hang on a minute, guys. Yeah, no live stream for 2 weeks. So if anybody else on there wants to do a live stream in my slot or whatever, let me know, and I'll let people know on my social media that you're going to do it instead of me and advertise your channel and what have you. You know, you can drop me an email, or probably the best thing is if you put it in the chat now, I might miss it and not see it, but if you put a comment on the stream or on any of the videos, then I'll pick it up. It's just I need to take some time off, sort a few things out. Hi Brian from Central Model Railway, how are you doing? Oh, hi, I'm Annalisa. Thank you. Annalisa is my niece. And I think she's not very well at the moment. So I hope you're getting better, Annalisa. And Adam as well. Yeah, I think I just muted the whole. No. All right. Right, that should be better now. Tom, how dare you? Where's all my junk gone? I've had a tidy up. Yeah, it's one of those things with StreamYard. You set it up to mute all the mics, and then sometimes when you add them to the stream, it unmutes them automatically, but other times it doesn't. Right, let's get the trains going. Oh, it is warm up here. Like it's showing 21 degrees, which is too warm for me. There goes the Sprinter. And we'll get the 423. Put the lights on. Oh, hang on. Stop that minute. That camera's a bit low. Just hit it on the way around. Slipped a bit. All stashed behind the camera. Oh, Ian, sorry to hear that. I hope you get better. Chest infection can be quite nasty. Oh, here's something that fell out I didn't see. So they've got nameplates you can put on. Let's change the Sprinter to the other direction. And now we'll get the 423 going. Hi, Martin. How you doing? Yes, it is a good space. Yeah, the camera angles are down on the baseboard today. I think that looks better when we can see them whizzing by. Thank you, Hannah Lisa. Right. Of course, while I was watching, two collided. Yes, that is the Akira 37. That's my birthday present. I'm just running it in. And then we'll put a chip in it and we'll get it going on the layout. You know, if it's going to stop, it's going to stop somewhere in the most inaccessible part of the layout. I don't know why that stopped. I don't know if I'm getting power surges on this layout, but it's obviously got power because the lights are on, but it's just stopped. Thank you, Ian. It is my birthday today, so it's not often I get treated like that, Alan. Right. As I was saying, I don't know whether I'm getting power surges or something because something's going on with the chips on my layout. They just seem to automatically reassign themselves a new number, and then obviously they stop working. But it only seems to happen on Hornby models, and not necessarily with Hornby chips, but with other chips. Rebecca Foster there. How you doing? That is my other half. Yeah, you weren't going to keep it until Christmas. As I say, they were threatening to keep hold of it until Father's Day. Oh, looks like I've bent one of the aerials already. How do I do that? No, now I've bent it, broke it off. I'll do that back on later. Gauge after DC controller. Yeah, very true. Hi, Jason, the train freak. How you doing? Mrs. Donegal Dad. Oh, she'll love that. Are you on about this, Jason? That's just my rolling road. I'm running in my new present. I'm going to put a chip in it in a minute. So, how is everyone, and what's everyone been up to? As you can see, I've been having a tidy up here. I've got some things in the works, which I'll let you know about in a few weeks. You know, last Thursday we were in Wagon 84 doing that work on the churchyard and that. I haven't been back to it since. Well, I did go back the following day to do some more wiring on the little DC shuttle with point control on it. And my soldering iron I brought in with me just stopped working. So I've yet to get back there with another soldering iron to finish that work off. See a dip in the track. Oh, there's a few dips in the track. Like this track you can see here, that has only been laid temporarily. That is not, it's not pinned down or anything. It's just, that's why it is, should we say, a bit weavier than the fiddle yard. No, it's all right. I actually have another soldering iron, so I'm fine. So yeah, it's nice to so with just two trains running, I don't have to keep an eye on it. I can just let them whiz around. Whereas if I've got two trains in the same layout or on the same circuit, then I have to keep an eye on it. Eight o'clock. Oh yeah, need to reverse. Thanks, Seamus. So we'll send it back the other way. So give that another 15 minutes, and then we'll put the chip in it. Good evening, Andy. How you doing? Is everything DCC now? No, you can get stuff that'll either say DCC ready, which means it's DC and you put a chip in it, or it will say DCC, which it has a chip in it already. So it'll say something like DCC fitted. And then may also say DCC fitted with sound. So anything you buy that says DCC ready can run on a DC layout. And if you want to do CC, you have to fit a chip. Anything that comes obviously with DCC fitted has the chip in it and will run on a DCC layout. Some DCC chips will let you run on a DC layout, but you need to check the paperwork that comes with the chip to make sure it has DC running mode. Otherwise, you could do damage to the chip. So, hope that answered your question. Model Railway Dino, good evening, sir. How are you getting on? Don't forget to hit the like button for me, guys, and subscribe if you're new here. And if you have any questions, pop them in the chat. And if I can't answer them, I'm sure someone else will. Yeah, as Jason says there, some of the chips have to be programmed to work on DC before it'll work on DC. Hi, Tim. How you doing? This is just under 40 foot. It's about 39.5 foot. And it's about 14 foot wide. Whew. It is warm up here. The Class 37, you can see there is the new Acura scale. I just got it today. Well, it's been in the house for 3 weeks, but it was just given to me today. So I'm just running it in, going to fit a chip into it, and we'll have it running. I've got a rake of some coaches there for it to pull, so we'll see it going in a bit. My mum said happy birthday to her favorite son. If I'm her favorite son, what does she want? She's got 4 sons, by the way. Does that mean she wants something? No, all the cameras I'm using are one's on a desk, one's just a webcam on a desktop, the other one is on a laptop, and then this one you can see here, that's actually my mobile phone. So they're all just in it, if you like, as guests on StreamYard. So you notice that the duck's back because I've stopped paying for StreamYard now, because I was using it to stream on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, but I've stopped that now because I was paying sort of 25 quid a month for nothing really. My internet provider, I rang up during the week because there was a fault with the phone line. And I said, oh, can you do something about my speed? Because, I'm supposed to get 100, which you never get anyway, but I'm getting 40. So you should be getting somewhere at least 70 or 80. And they said, oh, we'll have a look at that. We'll do something to run it. And now it's actually worse. I was getting 40, now I'm getting 30. So that's what they call fixed. So on the other hand, the up speed has increased. So that will help with this streaming, hopefully. Oh, you got a camera card that feeds wirelessly. So is that like an IP camera? Because if that's an IP camera, then you should be able to set it up as a camera for OBS to use. Oh, sorry, did I miss a question from Martin there, Jerry, about running it on DC? Yeah, as Jerry says there, it checks the model over, but it's also a good idea when you get a new model just to run it for 15 minutes in each direction, because that helps everything bed in. and also test that everything's work, as Jerry said, before you fit the chip in it. Yeah, that's usually the case, Jason. It never is the same when it goes through the Wi-Fi. I think it uses a different bit rate or something when transmitting. Good evening, Mike. How are you doing? Oh, you're going back to the O gauge, are you, Tim? Didn't you get rid of all your O gauge stuff? Because I remember you had a nice 060 shunter, didn't you, in O gauge? Seamus, you're a moderator. You can post a link. Robert and Junction, good evening. How you doing? You don't know. I'll have to give you a lesson on how to do the links, Seamus. Yeah, I remember the Class 08 because I thought it was really, really nice. So do you still have it, or did you get rid of all your old gauge and you're buying new again? Oh, you're starting from scratch. Oh, at least you got the track. That's something. All right, there's High's channel being posted now by a few people. Gardener seemed to start not. I don't know. The last video I seen from Richard, he said at the end there was going to be an update on his garden railway. I'd like to have a garden railway, but I can't really because the midges are so bad here during the summer. You wouldn't be able to enjoy it. I'll give that another couple of minutes and we'll stop it. It's not getting hot. There's no plastic melting or dripping off it, so that's good. Yes, there is noise downstairs, Alan. My son was complaining. Well, not really complaining, but when I'm having a running session like this, it does echo a bit downstairs. But as I build the layout and everything, that will lessen. It's not that bad, to be honest. Without being downstairs there, his guitar playing's worse. I know, Shane, it's getting a new wife. That could be very expensive. Wife team to one another. Right, I think that's running long enough. Keeps the power off. Take it off. Right, so I got a little. Let's see if I can position the camera a bit better so you can see what I'm doing. I'll put it back up there again. We got the striping back now. I think it's because there's too much of the white desk. We'll get this little bit done as quickly as possible. So I got a little wooden skewer just to help me prise it off. So this is a blanking plate. I'm always very nervous about taking chips out, especially a 21 pin. There's a lot more that can go wrong. A lot more pins to bend. But just take your time with it. And the added pressure of doing this live as well. So, one blanking plate. Now, let's set the pins. For operation with a non-ESU decoder, I need 1 on, 2 off, 3 on, 4, 5, and 6 off. So that's the little switch panel in there. One rails chip. I've used the rails chip before. They're usually quite good. Now there's one pin missing. And there's a blank bit on here. So we just make sure we have it in the right way round. Line up the pins. Oh, there's that little nervous bit where it starts pushing down and you're like, oh, have I bent any pins? Right, that's it in. Now we have to program it. You haven't signed my holiday chip. Right, so I will take these off now. Disconnect my DC controller from there and hook up my... I keep telling myself I'm going to make a proper road for testing and all that with a switch on it to switch over. But you know, it's like you come to do something, you just end up playing with the trains. Right, there we go. Yeah, that's a very good idea, Jason. Anthony, we've all been there. With a 2.5-year-old. Right, now. Some more mouse cable. Right, let's go and program this. So I'm using Railmaster. I don't recommend it. You know what? Well, then that's good. I'm just stopping all the trains for a minute because, you know, that noise is a bit distracting. I'm trying to concentrate here. I see my line was, I've had that for ages. That's a real old one. But she's wise to that now. I can say it. I know she's watching, but... Right, what number have I used? 19 already. I don't think I have. So I'll put this as... We'll try and use the numbers on the number of the loco, if I can. Cura scale. No, it's not your spell. Cura scale. Using speed. Save the liquid details. Now, sometimes when you do this, it doesn't register and you have to do it twice. I don't know why. It just does. All right, there we go. Zero, 1, 9. So I'm writing the CV. So anybody who's new to this, when you put the chip in, you have allocate a number to it. So the system knows chip number, in this case 19, is the Cura scale 37. So it sends a signal down to that chip to say, right, chip number 19, I want you to go forward, backwards, turn on the lights, play the sound, whatever. If you want more detail on how DCC works, the DCC guy, he's very good. A lot of, you can go, he goes as in depth as you want to, or you can just, he'll give an overview, or he'll go more in depth. So he's got good information on it. Yeah, that's exactly what I do, Jason. Right, let's check that's all working. That's that. Right, that should be it set up now. I've wrote the chip. Right. You just remind me why DC is better. Oh, I didn't set up the functions. Does it have a function list on it? They usually have something in there with the functions on it. Did I miss that? No. Yeah, Larry Puckett, the DCC guy. I met him at Worley last year. Very nice guy. Very. Right, I'm just going to set up one function now for now. So FCR is usually lights. Right. Now here comes the moment of truth. Put it on the layout, see what happens. I'm going to put it on the outside track. Remembering to remove the sprinter that's on the outside track. Oh, goes careering into that. Bang, yes. Yeah, the lights didn't come on, so there she goes. I'll move the camera back over now to the layout. So I'm gonna. There you go. There she is, up and running. I'll let her go around a few times, and then I'll hook some coaches on the back and see how she goes. Right, I'm going to have to do some fiddling with the CVs to set up the spread, the speed profile, and also getting the lights working. Yeah, I reckon it looks quite nice. I like it. Okay, Brian, see you again. Before you go, Brian, if you're still there, I don't know whether you heard that I'm off for 2 weeks. I didn't know whether you wanted to do one of the Thursday evenings, but I'll drop you a message anyway if you have gone. It is running nice. It's a Cura scale. They produce some very good kit. If you've seen the orange A class I've had going around, it's by Irish Railway Models, same company as a Cura scale. If you like, Cura scale is the UK version of Irish railway models. Same group of people, really good, really knowledgeable, make some excellent quality stuff, full of detail, and the price is really good as well. I've spoken to Fran a few times at different shows and everything. In fact, I'm going to a show this weekend. I'm not sure whether they're going to be at it this weekend. Good evening, Gary. How are you doing? Right, let's stop. Let's bring these carriages on. You have to excuse the old hand of God. I haven't wired up these points yet. So, because they're electrofrog, if the train goes over them, it'll just stop. Right, let's see what happens now. Osprey Road TMD, good evening. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. You just see me now playing with my birthday present. It's a Acura Scale Class 37. It's having its first run around the layout after just being broken in. So if you are watching, don't forget to hit the like button for me and subscribe if you're new here. And if you've got any questions, pop them into the chat. You got the 108 DMU going around as well. That does look nice going around. No, the lights aren't working on it. I need to mess around the CVs and get the lights working because it's not it's a Rails decoder. It's in there, not an ESU. So that'll take a bit of work on the CVs. Yeah, to do that, Jerry, I need to put it back on the programming track to activate those options. Because at the moment, they're when you use Railmaster, you have to tick each box for one to get it operating. But I just wanted to, I just ticked F0 because that's usually the one for the lights. But I'll have to play around with it over the next couple of days and get the lights working. Well, we did meet at Worley, didn't we? Yeah, I won't be going to Worley this year. I am toying with the idea of going to Getz. See if the missus might come with me as well, and we'll have a weekend away. Tim, how many amps you need? Well, it depends how many engines you're running. If you're just running 2 or 3, then, you know, a 1 amp to supply should be enough. What you need to do is make sure you have, if you're running a bus, just have the right gauge wire to carry the voltage around. Yeah, let me just check the booklet. I did flick through it. The booklet gives you the history. No, there's nothing there on the CVs for the lights. So usually they do give you a card or a leaflet or something. Yeah, I'm just gonna have a look in the box by haste today. No, there's no other leaflet in the box. Nothing else came out. No. I'll go on their website later on and have a look. Thank you, Mark Foster McDade. Yeah, it's a FOs given for the lights, but sometimes with the Cura scale one, because they have marker lights and lights in the engine bay and cab lights and things like that, usually FO will switch on the front and back lights, and then the other detail lights are other numbers. But I'll get there. Thank you, Anna. Thanks, Ewan. Take care, mate. And I'll see you on the streams or in a couple of weeks. Thank you, Oxford Street. Yep. Celebrating another year around the sun. Thank you, Paddy. Oh, you got everyone saying happy birthday now. Thanks, Jordan. Right, should we give it a little bit more welly and see what happens? You can put a banner because this is going through StreamYard. You can put banners up. See, with about 20 coaches. Yeah, I'm not getting out 20 coaches now. It's got what at the moment? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 coaches on there at the moment. Charlie, good evening. How you doing? Well, I also got a big box of plaster of Paris, which I asked for. I got 80 meters of it for doing the scenic. I get a big box of it off eBay. It's 15 centimeters wide by 80 meters. Yeah, it's great to have a good run. So like the section it's coming up now, that is about 29 foot from where it passes under the camera to the wall. Yes, we need to do our lawn, but we've got no mow May here, so we're letting it grow, for all the bees and insects. It just means it's harder to cut them when you get to June. All right, Dino, get well soon. The old man flu can be a tough one. I'll catch you again, Dino. Take care of yourself. Yeah, only getting 30%, start paying for 30%. Well, that seems to be going lovely, that 37. And give it a bit more welly to see how it performs. Yeah, Tim, film it all, but you will get those people who go, that's not strictly model railway, so you shouldn't be putting that out. You get those people all the time. If you're not doing something model railway related, they get huff. But yeah, film it all, do it all, because it's all interesting. If people see the work that goes into doing the garden to prepare it for a garden railway. Jerry, I see that this day week, Lidl are getting their petrol mowers in. So unless you're there at 8 o'clock on a Thursday morning when they open, you won't get one. Well, the plan on this layout was it would be 2 levels. So this is the lower level storage yard. So above this, about 10 inches above, would be the main scenic. So above the filter yard would be the station, TMD, steam engine shed. Then on the long straight here would be embankment, hillside, viaduct with a river scene, and also some 009 in it for the Donegal Railway. And then down this other end where you can't see would be sort of an industrial area. So this here, you'd have a nice long 30-foot run of a nice scenic 4-track main line going along a hillside, embankment, viaduct. Okay, Trevor, then take care. Catch you again. So anybody who didn't hear earlier on, I'm going to take a 2-week break. The next live stream will be on the 15th. No problem having a long train like that. You see it going along. You can see how bad the track line was, where it's weaving. Oh, 2.5 acres. That's a big garden, Jason. Yeah, buy some sheep. It will take my place for the next 2 weeks. Well, anybody who wants to stream in, I'm not going to say my slot because it's YouTube and anybody can go on whenever they want. But if anybody wants to do a live stream, let me know and I'll let everybody else know that you're going to be doing it. Jason, I would just fence it off and let it grow wild. You know, make it into a meadow. Like growing up, my parents' house sat on 1 acre, and that was bad enough trying to cut the grass because as soon as you finish cutting it, it would take you a week to cut it, and then you'd start over again because it just, you never finish cutting the grass during the summer. Yeah, Charlie, trying to think about it. What I do is I just do videos as I'm building the layout, you know, and you know if it covers stuff I've already done. Usually, since I've done the video, I've learned a bit more, and I put a bit more information into the new video. And sometimes I have to watch my old videos to try and remember how I've done it in the first place. But like as Seamus says there, I'd love to have like a 7.25-inch ride-on garden railway. Lucky I have the one in the museum that I can play with. Well, the dandelions in my garden, they all get eaten by my tortoise because apparently they're very good for tortoises. They're full of vitamins, and yeah, they do use them in salads and stuff. They are supposed to be very good for you. Obviously, not the flower, but I believe the sap that comes out of like the flower stem is poisonous, but the leaves not very good. Yeah, dandelion and burdock, you can still get it. I used to like that. Well, Jason, there's a whole big video for you, cutting down trees and milling them and making your own wood and then building trestles. I'd watch it, Jason. So off you go, get going on it. If you want to fly me over, I'll give you a hand for a couple of weeks. Dandelion has unfortunate side effects. Ooh. Dandelion sounds like a 70s cop show. Yeah, it does, yeah. Yeah, I remember my parents, this must be in the 80s, when there was a craze for making your own wine and beer. You know, they had the old flagons, the jugs and that, they'd be bubbling away in the airing cupboard. And I remember my dad got a recipe for making rosehip wine. And when it was in the bucket fermenting, before you put it in the jars, it looked like a bucket of sick. It was horrible looking. And to be honest, after being in the jars for a few weeks, it didn't taste much better. Did you say if I fly you here, you would help? Yeah, go on, fly me over, Tim. I'll come and help you in your garden. I think my missus would give out stink to me if I was doing someone else's garden and not my own. Right, I think I'm going to call it a night there now, guys. I need to go downstairs and catch up with the family. So as I say, I'll be back in 2 weeks. If anybody wants to do the streams over the next couple of weeks, let me know and I'll let everybody else know. But I'm sure I'll catch you up in some of the streams. So I'm going to stable my Class 37 for this evening and have a look at it over the weekend, see if I can get the lights working. You're very welcome, Flymo. Thanks for all the birthday wishes, guys. They have a big surprise party for me downstairs. Yeah, I think when I go downstairs, they'll stop the party. So good night, guys. I'll catch you in a couple of weeks. Take care, everybody, and enjoy your modeling. Bye, everyone.